Welcome to the Road to Brazil, presented by Castrol. I'm your host, Alan Hopkins. The U.S. men's national team is in Salt Lake City, Utah, their third and final stop in this set of World Cup qualifying matches. And for the U.S., who dropped their Hex opener to Honduras, they've now gone unbeaten their last four, and with 10 points now sit alone atop the Hexagonal Standings. Now let's take a look back at the U.S.'s 2-0 victory over Panama on a glorious night in Seattle, where over 40,000 fans filled CenturyLink Field in full support of the men's national team. Josie Altidore got things rolling in the 36th minute, capping off a neat sequence with his third goal in as many matches. Just 8 minutes into the second half, Eddie Johnson sealed the points by finishing off an inch-perfect Jeff Cameron pass to send the U.S. to the top of the Hex standings. A look at the current hexagonal standings sees the U.S., by virtue of their 4-match unbeaten streak, sitting alone atop the Hex with 10 points. Costa Rica is in second place, 2 points behind, followed by unbeaten Mexico in third. Honduras holds on to the playoff spot, with Panama and Jamaica rounding out the table. Taking a look at Tuesday's schedule, in addition to the final installment of the U.S. and Honduras, the only other match on the schedule is Costa Rica hosting Panama. We had a chance to talk to head coach Jurgen Klinsmann and key players who gave us their thoughts on not only the first half of the Hex, but also facing Honduras Tuesday night at Rio Tinto Stadium.
I think we had a very difficult start. We had 3 away games out of 4 in the beginning. And after that Honduras experience we had, because we simply couldn't adjust to the climate and the circumstances in Honduras, with that defeat, we really managed the whole process really, really well. I think, the team grew and it rose to the occasion. And, with the snow game in Denver, the energy was really kind of getting all together. And now being in first place, having now another home game, we're in a very, very good position. But you're only as good as the next game, and now it's really important that we prove the point also against Honduras and get those 3 points.
So far, so good, but the job's not done yet. We're in a good position in the table, but we got to keep our feet on the ground and make sure that we get the right results in these next few games to make sure we qualify for the World Cup. When you get points, it takes away some of that pressure, and you're able to play with more freedom. And I think that helps your team play better. And we're on a good running form. It's about keeping that going and making sure that you put the work in every game that's necessary to get a result and make it difficult for your opponents. And that's what we're doing. And we're getting goals. And last game was good for us to get a clean sheet, and hopefully we can continue in this fashion.
I think this group has grown tremendously. Obviously, since our loss against Honduras in Honduras, I just think since then the chemistry has been awesome, and obviously I think we have a lot of fighting spirit, and I just get the sense that everyone's wanted to fight for each other, playing as hard as they can, and putting good performance out there on the field, and it's great to see, it's great to be a part of, and I'm really happy being here in camp.
Collectively, we know now a lot better how we want to play. I think, going forward, we know better to have pairs on both sides, pairs up front with Clint and Josie, a very strong pair in the middle with Jermaine and with Michael, or if it's Jeff Cameron, whoever steps in, they know now what to play. Our backline is coming along, they're getting more confident, they're getting more fine-tuned. And also, I think, the players that are in a holding position, being kind of right there in the second spot, they know exactly what to do. So we are not worried about yellow cards, we're not worried about an injury. We know whoever steps in, he knows right away what to do. And therefore, I think this whole group is just growing, moving forward. And the fine-tuning is getting better. And the youngsters now know kind of what they have to work on kind of going forward.
You want to end on a good note as far as the World Cup qualifiers this summer. You want to give some of these guys a chance to have a break from a long year, and you want to go into that break on a good note. And all along we said that home games are a must win, and we won't approach it any different than that, no matter who we play. But yeah, we want to get back at Honduras because we did lose there. and show them that, you know, we're a better team and have more quality, and, you know, we can get the 3 points, and that's what we're going to go out and do.
And I think it's really important to get these 3 points now. For a lot of European players, they finish off their season. You want to finish off your season on a high note. You don't want to go on vacation, you know, with not the best results, because it kind of upsets your vacation time. The other ones in MLS or the Mexican players still in a full run, you know, they want to continue that stretch now. So this game against Honduras is a big game. For me, it's almost like a 6-pointer. You know, you want to win this game badly.
Coming into Rio Tinto on Tuesday, I think being a Galaxy player and coming here as a Galaxy player, I felt the wrath of the Salt Lake fans. But come Tuesday, I think everyone's going to come around and just support the U.S., and I expect them to be really loud and just into the game, and I'm looking forward to playing in front of the crowd on Tuesday.
I remember playing games that it almost felt as if you were in another country playing. You're playing another country against your opponent because there's more fans for the other team. That's completely changed. Now we have that home field advantage, and it seems to, you know, we have that advantage no matter where we go, and that's good to see. It shows that the game is growing in this country, and, you know, that's what it's all about. And it makes you feel, you know, like you do have that 12th man. It gives you that push in those games to go on and, you know, to get those points and, you know, get those wins.
We know that this is a very passionate crowd. They love soccer here in Salt Lake, and what happens with Real Salt Lake, similar to the Seattle Sounders, is just wonderful. It's just how strong the MLS becomes, how strong soccer becomes in this country. It's another proof of it, and therefore, you know, we can't wait to start that game, you know, and I'm sure that the fans will carry us through the game. They will help us, you know, to push the envelope. They will help us to keep the energy high and to get these 3 points that we badly need.
The U.S. looks to make it 3 wins in 3 tries in this round of World Cup qualifying Tuesday night against Honduras at Rio Tinto Stadium. You can watch the match live on ESPN, watch ESPN and Unimas, with coverage beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and 7 p.m. local. You can also go to ussoccer.com's match tracker or via Twitter at US Soccer to follow all the action online. If you're looking for more in-depth analysis after national team matches, the Castrol Index is your home. US Soccer's official performance index shows you exactly how every US player performed and rated during each match. That'll do it for this edition of The Road to Brazil presented by Castrol. I've been your host, Alan Hopkins, and we'll see you next time.